So this is going to be a quick blog. Was this year's subscription payment has failed? I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm probably not going to pay that right now because I don't know. I have not uploaded obviously on Medium in so long, but this will be a quick article. I just want to talk about a couple things. What's this? Okay. Somebody reposted my stuff. I was okay. Great. So I shouldn't have named this. What have I named? Give me a second. Let me fix the name. Keep messing up. I keep having to do this on my phone. Like I don't know how to really edit and do all of this other stuff. Okay, there we go. I put medium wider. It's gonna be blog 1. I wasn't very inventive with the name, but I mean, like, that's. You guys are just gonna have to deal with that. Okay, so I had this me and White blog, and now it's like 9/11 slash true crime. So this is it. I'll click on to Reddit. Let me make sure. Disclaimer: do not send hate on anyone involved. This is meant for discussing and perspective. Only harassment helps no one and only makes things worse. Respect real people. Respect real events. Keep it civil. Yeah, that sounds like something I'll say. So yesterday I found out about you. Okay, yes. So this is the. Wait. I think it's down here. Okay. I don't see it anymore. Okay. So basically, what happened on here is that some guy faked lol Superman. I'm not sure why I left this at the end. Okay, here it goes. So his name is DVD Dripper. Whipper. Whipper. And he was just being like a straight up prick, from what I remember, or try to be like, oh, I mastermind this entire thing. It's like, no. I mean, like, we we have plenty of images of the plaza area. Let's see. You're quite clearly. Let's see. Local man willing to be assessed with generate images of victims of a real national tragedy and lead an obscure online community on a 2-year cover, going away with his trolling swings. Some men also cower away when you have sweetly tell us all the time. Yeah, so I'm not even sure this is still it, but basically, what happened? He faked the image, used it as a GIF. It's obviously AI. I'm not sure if I have it on this article. It's somewhere on the internet, and he is essentially an all-round piece of shit. I do believe that he was just trying to like get popularity from the video. I'm not sure why he faked it. Like, that was so stupid. But that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Here's the second one. So I believe I talked about this 3 times. It's the Weston's putting guns in dead man's hands article. I'm not too sure I'm going to click on this because I think I have images. So essentially, I was watching Lazarus Tactical, and his videos were showing snatching. Okay, I can so okay. His videos were showing snatch and grabs. And in gunfights, I just watch Western footage sometimes because I just like to see both sides of the war. I'm not going. I actually can't edit that out. I was about to say I can edit that out. No, I can't. I think this one is less violent. Yeah, so this guy has like a full AK. He gets in one of these guys gets a full grenade at the FSB, and then he gets in a gunfight and takes him a while to drop him. So I don't know if they're faking the image, like faking the situation, or just exaggerating the crime. I am so tired. Let's see, Deborah Mayfield. I had something to do. Okay, yes, this one. So this was the Lowell Superman clarification. I believe I got this the same time that one guy faked the image. A guy sent me this from Twitter. I think he's a young kid. I did say that it's AI fuzziness because obviously you can see the way how the patterns are. If you look at the real image, the real stage, and the way how its perspective is, it doesn't even have the white top on there. Doesn't even have the stage lights. It's just like completely off. I said, don't know what. I would go onto my Twitter, but I don't know what's gonna pop up, guys. I go on my Twitter, I might just see, just stuff like that. What other true crime articles do I want to talk about? I think Rachel Coy we will talk about on a later date. That one was sad. Oh yeah, so actually, you know what? I will talk about AI separately. Let's see. Jason from Hell. Plague Moth. DVD. Kurt Weldon. I'm not getting into that one. I think there's something in the Lowell Superman I want to talk about. Yeah, so let's see. According to Between Two Towers, this event happened in 2006. 19 had a 19. Yeah, so he essentially framed it. I think I should have read like the article that I had, but he essentially lied and he used Hedda 1991's video. Allegedly sold Lord Superman. In my opinion, I think this is a safe article. Hang on, what did I say in here? Let's see. As a white hat hacker, I am not a white hat hacker anymore. Let's see. In my first article, 19. Okay, Julian's. Let's see, guys. Fool's books footage has been edited. I've heard that's 28 minutes long. Yeah, so I got that from 9/11 articles. That is 20. That's longer than 28 minutes long, but I never quoted the comment, which is quite weird because I like quote everything I get. Let's see these size phenomenons. Okay. Let's see. I believe that over the years, people have recreated this in the thought they have added more fuel to the mystery videos. Let's see. The amateur bystanders who catches similar events. Most of these are unlikely to be released anytime soon. Let's see, there's a lot to. Yeah, I never made a follow up article to this because I don't see a point in talking about this. I think I said that in one of my videos. I honestly don't remember everything I said. Special thanks. 9/11 articles. Jeremy, okay. And these are the actual Redditors I got the comments from. Dan Bull is not a Redditor. His name used to be Dan Ball, but he named it. I mean, his name used to be Dan Bull, but he named it Ball. Yeah, like I source everything, so maybe it's in here. Let's see. The guy's full books, I think, is longer. Yeah, so I will confirm now that I believe 100% that the guy's full books footage is edited. I don't mind it, but I do. I also have to wonder what, like, when he pans his camera down to the plaza and you see all of those red masses, I would say, well, human remains. Why didn't they edit that? What could have been worse than, when United 175 hits the South Tower? Like, I don't know if he was turning it on or off. I don't know. That's like a mystery for me. Obviously, I said, hey, I'll make a standalone article. Yeah, that's not coming out. Not anytime soon, because I was like writing like a madman. It took me like 8 hours to write that. I did in one go, and then the other ones were a lot faster because I didn't write that much in them. I actually used to take my words and then use what is it called? Chat GBT to make my spelling errors better, but I cannot show all of this on there. But basically, it corrected any of my spelling writing errors because I don't have someone to proofread me. I don't want my comments to be a bunch of incorrect stuff. Um, I would kind of. I won't warn you against using ChatGPT for writing, for making your words better, but I wouldn't use it because honestly, all the other articles too about like they messed up what I'm saying basically. I did use them to make images. I still use ChatGPT to make images. Yeah, the Raspberry situation was crazy. But we're not here for that. I know I'm a bit everywhere. I'm trying to cover all the stuff before I go to sleep. Okay, I'm not sure why I won't use. Okay. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with this. What is this? I would say if you're gonna make images on there, yeah, that's fine. Like I used it to make like 4K images and to like brighten dark areas. Let me show you. Well, yes, this one. This image. Okay. Am I going crazy or something? Why is this taking me? Okay, no, let's use this. Okay. So actually, this is like one of the more popular ones. Okay. I didn't say I made AI. I said I made 4K. It kind of makes, I don't know, it's like there's like a gloss on her. What is this? Update and clarifications on Reddit. Okay. My bad. Oh yes, this was when I uploaded. I'm everywhere, but I'm trying to cover as much stuff as I can. This is when I first uploaded on. Why is Malwarebytes on there? Who cares? When I first uploaded on Reddit, so I didn't know that you can only upload on Wednesdays. I mean on Thursdays or Fridays. I can't remember. I did ask the community. They did give me the go ahead to upload like articles, but I didn't know the date. Let's see, writing a whole article is writing a whole article in AI. Like they thought it was a bot, so I guess they deal with bots too. Let's see, writing a whole article AI. Anyone who deals with writing research knows chat. Yeah, ChatGPT thought. I can't remember the question I asked it. I know it was the Ulysses S. Grant. He said, Ulysses S. Grant died of alcoholism. I mean, it's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty broke. For 5 months, my broke ass. Yes, I am broke. I do write in APA format. let's see. Because I do like to write a conclusion. Let's see, I found out 5 months ago. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'll just run around and I'll find like an article. I mean, not article, a blog, and I'll just write about it. Let's see, AI wouldn't have been broke and glitched out. Yeah, so I think I can recreate this. Yeah, you can bold letters, quote words on Medium. You know what? Let's do this right now. So let's see. But I felt yeah, I felt really bad. Let's see. Please give him some love. Will my dumbass hell? And then Stan. Yeah, the fire dynamics depending on the structure, just like the door. Yeah, it would not have survived. Let's see. No, bro, you're getting bullied. I honestly feel like blocking. Can I hide your response? Oh, I can. Let's undo that. There we go. I actually want to look at something real quick. Before I do it. Wait, did they think? Okay, so this one was AI. Let's see, I didn't state that it was AI, did I? I didn't. I need to fix that. Let's see, Sweet Amber, Brandon, this has been a slippery slow months. Yeah, so essentially with this one, he attacked this woman. I kind of don't want to get into the details. It's really sad. Wait, let's see. Especially buying a hole. They thought it was a bot. Not that I did ChatGPT. I think I was doing ChatGPT and Gemini. What does this say? This question is less about finding a definitive answer. Oh wait, no, that's what I said. What's with all of the what ifs on this sub? We don't know what would have happened, and why does it matter? I feel like what did I say? This question is less about finding a definitive answer and more about exploring the possibilities in seeing how different people think about scenarios. Many communities like immediate candle freeze. I can barely see that. Let's see, others posts found 5 months ago based on the articles. Yes, we, yes, we, yes, why did I say that? We will never know everything about 9/11, but this sub has been insightful. Yeah, so the main reason why I made made these articles, especially the 9/11 ones, were mainly just to practice writing is one, and also to post on Reddit. I don't know. Also for family members, I did explain why I also got interested in 9/11. Long story short, my father was at Ground Zero. He was taking photos. I believe I have them somewhere in the house. But he told me that it was still hot, you know. It came up in a very recent conversation, and he's like, "Oh, well, it was hot." And I was like, "It was hot? What are you?" I mean, it was still hot. That's like in 2002. It's like, how is it? How is it still hot in 2002? That's impossible. Well, I learned today that it is very much possible. Um, like I was saying, you can make like images like these. Yeah, this was a really sad. All my articles are sad. What am I saying? You can make like images like those, but I would just put like disclaimers on there. But I think let's take the first article I have ever written. So let's go to stats. I got 2K views, and last month I got 4K. I haven't written an article, a really good one, in a long time. IT security. So this was really the first one I made. Well, this one was the first like someone what do you call it? AI writing. Like I said, oh, make me bullet points and make my words better, and it did all of this. And then I went on to image stock and I got these images. But at the end and in some of the parts of the beginning, I just would highlight some of the comments, and that's how, like, I'll write and then I'll put all my sources in because I'm weird. Yeah, I got them at Unsplash. This is probably the most chaotic thing I have ever done because it's not really that coherent. It's like I'll just say, oh, you know what? Let me just make something and hop into this. But this one is really my official first time making a article. Like, this was made entirely without any AI at all. And I say this is one of my more overweighted ones. So basically in here I was saying, oh, well, Finland needs to make bolts or give away their bolts to Ukraine. You know, the stealth bolts. They have ASW. They can launch missiles. They can all against planes. They're small, so Ukraine can upkeep it because it's going to be in debt for the next 50 years because of the war. And so I was like, I think how did I get this? When was this actually? I think this was a year after I graduated. Yeah, 2025 when the aid. Yeah, so this was like really, really nice. Let's see, missile fires. Now the hardest thing I have ever done on this is like make those bullets, because I was struggling for at least a couple hours. I was like, how do I put this on? It's not working. Yeah, and it has mass. I think this boat will probably get destroyed. Now I'm looking in hindsight. I think Ukraine is like better off with the attaching drones to submarines and then releasing them out in the ocean, or having them two stage. I don't know why I don't talk about combat enough and just asymmetric warfare. I'm a bit weird. Thank you, and then I got that pixel sob. I even put the stock photo for the flag. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to copy all of this. Because it's getting late and I don't want to make too long of a video. I'm going to have to log into my Reddit, and I'm not sure how that's going to look. We could be flashed. What was I gonna say? Also, you can use you can use like ChatGPT for weight loss. Like it tells you what to eat, but now I'm thinking about, the Kassan with water. Oh my god, please don't pop up anything. Okay, thank God. Okay. So what's the same photos from 9/11? Yeah, so this is why I like 9/11 archives, or just Reddit in general. I know a lot of people hate it. I do at some points because I always hear the most disgusting people on there. But the fact that they have like images on here that I can just freely get without going to any bizarre website, that's a human body part right there. I think that's the guy who hit the light pole. There was a lot of body parts scattered on the suite. I'm not sure if that's the. No, it was a red sedan, I believe. I'm not getting into that story. Let's get back into what I was going to do. 1,000 years of revenge. Okay, bro. You are always logged in. I know that. I Did I click the login button? I thought I clicked create. You're already logged in. You have been redirected. I asked my lines. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, so where would it be? Drafts? I have no drafts. Okay, can I? Okay, create posts. Okay. So I think this is how I made it. Okay. No, this is how I made it, right? And let's just name this I don't know, bolt. There we go. You can't post this. Let's just put that on there. Okay, it lets us post it now. That's like a very weird image. Let's see how this looks. Huh. You know what? Let me get the article in question. So I think actually it should be on there. It should be on my profile. I like how 99% is like me such. Okay. The black tag lady. So why is so many people watch that? FBI guy. Okay. Okay, who did I say? I said, since I don't have any proofreading, I initially, okay, yeah. Okay. But yes, this turns out, I think that the first time I lost faith in people is when I was told, what was I talking about? The fuck was I talking about? Okay, so this is just half the article. It seems like to me that the entire building will collapse. Okay, so the Gore floor, I think they're talking about that when the I believe it was the wingtip flew through the building and it was hitting people while they were waiting for the elevators to go down. And I remember a firefighter was somewhat panicked when he, you know, walked up there and saw that. That was in the South Tower, I believe. Okay, here's the link for the article I written. Let's just copy all of this. Please post on Reddit. Fuck you. Let's see. I'm joking. Let's see different parts. Let's see. Yeah, so this entire section right here was not GBT. This wasn't either. Let's see, bucks and sweetness. No. Less weight on impact. I think I got that from the Reddit, but the only thing that was really ChatGPT was a cat. Yeah, here we go. The math. So this was the comments that I got. Yes, and here it is. That's what ChatGPT told me. I should have added that, dude. This would have been cool. I like barely put any sources with links in here. Yeah, I actually deserve that backlash. Although it wasn't really backlash. Yeah, it would have been demolished either way. But since I have the link, that was a year ago. Jesus Christ. Um. Oh my God! It actually let me do it. So I feel like that if I put it on again, like people would see and they'll be like, "What the fuck?" So let me not put that back on. That's the black tag lady. Did I redo it? I I don't want to mess that up. So I'll leave it alone. Well, actually, I can just delete it. Okay. Just name it something random, and then let's copy and paste, and let's see how this looks. I think that's how it looked. But I did something a bit weird. So let me try a copy and paste instead of as plain text. Yeah, so I think this is how it looked. Kind of. It was like partially there, and it had like other stuff. So I'm just gonna show you guys something important. I don't remember what it was. I don't want to look at the black tag lady right now. Okay. Okay, so this is more likely similar to how it looked. If it's like two, I'm glad I didn't put this one on. Cause I don't know how Reddit works. Cause I can just do let's see, white. I'm using this on Steam Deck, so this is going to be pretty weird. And yes, I use my Steam Deck sometimes as a PC. Although I have a MacBook Pro that's like 10 years old and a Windows PC, but I mean, like, this is how we're going to do it. So let me lay this down. Let's talk about big text, I guess. Um, big. Why am I spelling like that? Big text. Let's see. I don't know how I'm going to write this. I like type big text. I was like, okay, so am I going to talk about the cinnamon roll, or what am I going to talk about? But basically, what I wanted to show is this. I'll just copy a portion of this. What on earth is this showing me? uh, sweet. I don't know how to do it. Um, I think I did get the green. Okay. Is it not there? Okay, I saw you pull your post, And yeah, sometimes I'll message people. I'm trying to remember what. I think it was here. Um, let's see. I written this articles on Medium. I think they might be interesting for the community. Before I post them, I want to check if these are within the subreddit rules. Let's see. Okay? Yes, there's a link. Let's open this one. I'm like. Let's see, the track to 9/11. So this was the one that I found with the body that bounced off the roof. It was on this video and it was 44 minutes. This one I used like absolutely no ChatGPT. I didn't even make an image. I tried to make like a what do you call it, like comic books. Like I was trying to make the barcode on a new style, but it kind of came out wrong. This one took a week for me to write. Let's see, all 3 pieces are attended. Okay, hi, just checking in your post. Yeah, so I thought it was like fine, and so I just upload them. But that's basically the whole thing and what I wanted to have on there and show you guys. I think it has been like over an hour me explaining this in the most messiest way possible. So I do appreciate that. So the next times, I'll try to like talk a little bit more on the true crime side. I'm debating if I should log on to my Twitter, but I know that I'm just going to have butts and boobs or dead people on there, and I don't want that. Although I don't even watch that stuff, it just gets recommended to me. What else is there? Yeah, so I downloaded Firefox and I just took a whole like message board of everything that was being said. That's not really that important. I think the next ones I'll cover are like the Pegasus with the cartels, the Rachel Coy. She was basically ran over by the IDF with tractor. I thought it was interesting to write about. I don't think I'll talk about that one. Probably talk about this one. Eugene Basha. Oh yes, let me say this. So, you know, I got a lot of views for these sucker punching Reddit ones. I think they're fake. Let's see. Like a lot of these cheating stories are fake. Can I get this off of here? Also, I sent a lot of people in the comments an apology of what was happening. But honestly, now that I'm seeing it in hindsight, that's all on me. That's my fault. Because that article was really was. Let's see. He apologized for his behavior for the first time when she spoke. I'm guessing this is an update. Well, actually, I'm not even going to read all this. Essentially, what happened is his wife was dancing with her lover. he said, "Get away from my wife," and he got punched in the face. And I believe on top of that, her lover was talking, ish to him while he was knocked out. And I also believe that she was still seeing him at like after he got knocked out. And I'm like sitting there like that's 100% possible. This isn't a male or female thing. Both of the sexes are very shallow. I'll be crazy to say that, hey, I'll find love with a woman who's 50. I'm pretty sure that a woman would have a critique that a male wouldn't like, but that's just how it is. And I was like, you know what, this is a no-go. I don't want to put fake stories. I mean, like, this one wasn't fake. That's why I put it on. So this woman killed her kids and then tried to injure herself because her husband wanted to leave her because she was cheating on him. I think he even met his affair his affair partner's lovers too. I don't know what to say with that. Maybe you can. Let's see, scum and scam. The best Total War player. I think these are incomplete articles. Oh yes, and I lost most of my articles due to a scam. I'll actually go over that right now. Let's see, Suan Power, new. I'm not going to spoil. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil what I have planning next, but this was like updated like earlier this year. To the one person watching this, I know you're like confused. Like, what is all of this? Updates. This is the last article I go on. Let me see. CVS. I feel like I'm passing it. Oh yes, I'll actually wait before I talk about that. Okay, so we've passed the point of return on that. I can't find this. CVS. There we go. So trying to find a job is already extremely hard, I put in, I think, at least 1,000 applications. Over 1,000 applications on multiple sites. Now I have a job. More than likely I'll get a second job That's why I'm like making this video, because I'm on like on my weekend, and I'm like, let me upload something. So basically, it was this CVS job, project manager, remote. I was like, it's on Indeed, so why not? As he was writing everything while this was happening, and so I'm not too sure if you could see it. Maybe it's not on this one. Yeah, so they said, oh, you'll be on Microsoft Teams, and they use a CVS employee. You could somewhat make out their name. I did find out it was a real employee. So this is what they sent me: the Microsoft Teams and the link. And I was suspicious because from the jump, because I'm not sure you guys knew this, but I was in I have CompTIA Cybersecurity. I was going to get chipped, so I already knew basically at this point of writing this that this was fake. On top of that, it was on this thing. So it's a CVS slash healthcare .com. That's not normally how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be just CVS Health, and then I think the jobs, I can't quite remember, but this person had it on there. That was Kim Spencer. Am I the only person who can see that? That's kind of like blurry on there. I would show what the link was, but obviously I said do not copy this link. And Virus Total dropped the ball because it came back as a 0. Like, I was new to Virus Total. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like green, but that's how it came in. But I was writing this article. I was like, okay, this job is fake, and I went onto my main computer, because I write articles on my main one, and I accidentally click it because my right click on my personal PC, my writing PC, it's not on here. Obviously I switched it, but when I right click, I do this. So my right is my left, and I clicked it, and I was brought to this. Your Microsoft Teams is, let me get rid of this. Your Microsoft Teams is out of date. But when I clicked onto there, it automatically sent the downloads. It automatically put it into my downloads, and this is where I seen it. That's it right there. If I could tell you that I was this close from becoming, a straight up demon, because I would have spent a week looking for this person. But I went through the timeline and I said everything I did. I put in the code, wiped it, ran the DIS, and then I online cleaned it up. Malwarebytes did not see this. I think Windows Defenders did, which is kind of sad. But if you watch this video, I'll actually play it for you. There's one person in there. I'm sorry for me rambling. but I swear this will end.
Now, if I were to show you a badly infected computer 10 years ago, you'd be seeing about 20 prompts on the screen right now. Remember those Windows XP errors? But what if I were to tell you that this computer right here that you're looking at is terribly infected with malware? But here's something crazy. Let's go through the usual stuff. Let's open up Task Manager and see what's going on. As you can see, everything looks clean. We just look at the Microsoft process. Yep. There is nothing weird or suspicious over here. There's no random exe running. There's no strange CPU behavior. There's no indicator to let us know that this computer might be infected. But I insist, this is a terribly infected computer. Now, I can already hear some of the malware analysts in the audience saying, hey, open up sysinternals and let's take a look at Process Explorer. So let's do that. I'm just going to open up Process Explorer and we're going to look at the VARS-total results for all of the process that we have on our system. And once again, there is nothing over here. 0 out of 77. Everything is clean. So where's the malware hiding? And how are we going to find it? Well, that's what this video is all about. I want you to watch this very carefully because this is the future of malware. Stealth is the future, be it in next generation fighter aircraft or next generation cybersecurity threats. For the first real surprise, I'm going to open up services where all your typical system services are located. It's a part of the system, and if you open this up, you can see we have a long list of things, system functions, like let's say Bluetooth audio gateway service, credential manager. But hey, look, we have Cloudflare Warp, which is obviously a third-party application, but that can also create a service on your system. And guess what else can create a service on your system? Malware. So if we go through this long list, we're going to notice some weird things show up, like BMW ASXNZ. Now, I don't know the last time you plugged in your Windows XP to your BMW car, but for some reason, this service looks a little suspicious to me. So we're going to double click and open it, and this is going to tell us what the service is, where it's located, and what it does. As you can see, the startup type is set to automatic, so this is executing every time the system runs. And hey, look, if we find the path to executable, it says C program data and yeah, zb.exe. Whatever else is before it is beyond my powers of pronunciation. But this clearly does not look like a friendly old Microsoft service. So I'm just going to copy that path and we're going to paste it in File Explorer and we'll try to open this folder and see what's in there, shall we? And look, here we have a really nice application that does not look like malware at all, does it? We can confirm this, of course, by uploading it to VARS-total, your standard malware analysis platform. So I'm just going to drag and drop this here, and let's see what it comes up with. Oh shit, 40 detections. So this is clearly malware.
Show up with anything. Nothing at all. It came up as a 0. You can say, oh, well, it didn't execute. It automatic, like it's the cybersecurity that we were taught is outdated. Like I just got that, like, what was it, 4 years before this incident?
But if we scroll down, you can see that Microsoft or Windows Defender detects it, as do a lot of other antivirus programs. So how did it get in here in the first place? Because we do have Microsoft defending our computer with Windows Defender, and it does look like everything is enabled. I didn't see anything saying Microsoft Defender was turned off or something. So how did we get infected? Well, let's take a closer look at virus and threat protections, shall we? And if we go into the settings, look at our exclusions. Oh, why are there so many folders in the exclusions, including C Windows, C Administrator, App Data, Roaming, Users, Administrator, App Data, Local, NP Updater. And I just want to say, I did not add these manually. So at some stage of the malware execution, all of these specific folders were added to exclusions in Windows Defender. Now, since the malware has been so kind to give us these very specific exclusions, now I want to visit these folders and see what might be in there. Because it does look like the malware has added some very specific folders. Like, don't look here. There's nothing to see here in Administrator, App Data, NP Updater. So we'll try to navigate to that. We'll have to show hidden items so we can find our App Data folder. NP updater. And very interesting, we have a system driver, core.exe, and the audio service. Once again, I'm going to try to upload this to VirusTotal, core.exe, and we'll see what we find. And look at that, another piece of malware. This one's a minor. And again, it has 45 detections and is detected by Microsoft, but it's still running on our computer regardless because of this wonderful exception that has been automatically added to our Windows Defender to let it run, say this is a good malware. And we're just scratching the surface. There is a lot more malware on this computer that is active. And if we were to visit our banking site, our crypto wallet, log in very nicely, our data would go straight to the hackers and our accounts would be hacked, our money would be stolen, and you would never know what happened. It would look like everything is normal.
The crazy part is that most people think it's their phone. Like I work at a pretty large company now, and most people, when they get like their data stolen or something like that, they're like, it's my phone, it's my phone, it's my phone. No, it's just that I don't know what they were doing. They probably uploaded like, you know, some naughty videos, some random site, or they put in for jobs like I did. Like people, like
This is mod.
I didn't know that the job listing was fake on Indeed, but I knew when I got the email it was a phishing attempt.
Malware. This is the future. One of the first tools that on Windows. Surprisingly, the malware actually tried to prevent the installation.
So Chris Guys is Wesson. I think it was the only one
of the antivirus. And so we're going to do a scan and we'll see what we find. So if you don't believe me that this system is flooded with malware, wait and see what happens when we do a scan. Now, unsurprisingly, the malware actually tried to prevent the installation of the antivirus. And so far we have a detection of a Trojan agent, and it's asking us to disinfect and restart the computer. Interestingly, this is not any of the malware that we found.
Guys,
so
it's Wesson. You can watch like the rest of this video. It's on my Medium, but I said fuck that noise and just did a factory reset and just deleted everything. I did an after accident report and I said near 0. I actually lost more than 72% of my writing. I lost basically 96%. I lost all my other 9/11 articles. I lost all my other true crime articles. I lost all the articles that I want to write about subway systems, trains, MacBooks, applications, cybersecurity. But I didn't really lose anything that big. I just lost those because they weren't backed up. I've written them out on notes, on Windows Notes. I don't think we have notes on the Steam Deck, but I lost everything. I did say, you know, obviously, hey, I didn't lose my identity or anything like that. I didn't lose anything truly important, but still. And you can't see it on here, but I did find out that EA is like Jordan. I did find a website, but I basically dropped it at that point. But this is how the job looked. I don't think I ever put in for Indeed. I think, oh yes, I did. So I put in for 4 jobs and I saved 1. Don't put on for Indeed. And this wasn't the first scam or the last scam. I know this is taking a bit too long. I'm going to end this soon, but let me just exit out of this and go on to my YouTube channel. So that's the FSB. Wait, I can subscribe to myself? Okay. And I do have the videos up for my other live stream. Yes, there's the second person. I know the second person watching this is like, this dude is insane. He's everywhere. And yes, I make my own music. Where was I? Oh, it's on Shorts. Here it is. So I got another scam. I think it was on Indeed. Oops, what's happening? You cannot see it. But basically, I got a they tried to get me into an interview, and there's a guy with a invincible like mask. His email is like gibberish. It's like just a hash. And that's me. Yeah, 2026 is not my year. I actually made that song playing, but I'll go over my music next time. Other than that, that is it. The person left. It's like, fuck, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He's everywhere. Oh, wait, I haven't ended the stream. How do I end the stream? Let's exit. Okay, great. In